and welcome to my channel, The Danish Readaholic. Today we have a haul. So I know it hasn't been that long since I did a haul last, but as I think I mentioned it actually in my either the TBR explanation or the TBR game, I have been going kind of crazy with all the book buying thing, so that is why this book buying ban I need it to happen. So we have, I think, 37 books to talk about, but I've divided it into piles like I did last time. So we have the books I bought myself, my Fairy Loot book box subscriptions, my additional Fairy Loot books, so the ones that are not a part of the regular subscription, and then I have gifted. When I made the piles, I was like, I don't have that many gifted books. Well, I was wrong, because I think the majority of these are gifted books. So let's just go through them, shall we? I will not give in-depth summaries of what the books are about because eventually I will read them and then you get to see them there. I will, however, try to remember to link every single book in my description box thing. Alright, let's just get started with the books that I bought myself. So first up we have Goldilocks, Wanted Dead or Alive, which is a graphic novel from the Land of Stories universe, and it's by Chris Colfer. I have already read this, I have already talked about it. I love it so much, and it is a great way to talk more about one of the side characters, and I don't know, I really love Goldilocks and I always have. So I really enjoyed this book. And I'm glad I have it to finish my collection of Land of Stories books. Next up, we have Son of the Storm by Sui Davies Okomboa. I have absolutely no idea what this is about. I think I saw it on Goodreads and then I was like, ooh, that looks interesting. And then I added it to my list. And then I randomly went and checked how much it was on Saxo, where I normally buy books, because I was gonna go there to buy The Dragon and the Queen, and I was like, okay, I might as well get this one as well, which didn't really make any sense because The Dragon and the Queen was kind of expensive, and I decided to add an additional book to that. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know anything about it. I don't think I've ever read the summary, and I kind of don't want to because I kind of want to go into it blind. It looks really cool, and honestly, this character is stunning. Next up, we do have The Dragon and the Queen by Caitlin Davis, which is the third book in the Raven and the Dove series. In the Raven and the Dove, we follow Lyanna and Rafe, Sander and Cassie as like the four main characters, and then stuff happens. Lyanna is kind of tricked into marrying the Raven Prince, and then she has to go to this Raven Kingdom, and stuff happens between, well, both her and Sander and also her and Rafe. So, and it's a really great series. I thought the sequel was a little bit slow. I have very high hopes for this one. I hope I get to read it before the end of the year. It was actually on my TBR last month and I just didn't get to it. Next up, we have Tears of Frost by Brie Barton. This is the sequel to Heart of Thorns that I read in August, and I really enjoyed it. It was so great. So I went and bought this one immediately, and now it's on my TBR for this month, and I am so excited. Next up, I got this Poison Heart by Kaylin Bayron. I don't really know what it's about, but I do think that it has something to do with plant magic, and I don't know why, but that intrigued me so much. Like, all kinds of elemental magic intrigues me, and I think it's really rare that we get to see the main character having some kind of plant or earth magic. I feel like it's normally fire or water or ice that are the like predominant elemental magics that we get to see. So I was really intrigued by this, but I haven't gotten to it yet. So then this might shock people that I actually have this. But I found Where Rainbows End by Cecilia Ahern at like a secondhand kind of store, which is why it's kind of destroyed and very not in the best shape possible, but it was very, very, very cheap. And this is the book that one of my favorite movies, Love, Rosie, is based on. So I've been wanting to read this for a while. And I don't care that it's bent and the spine is broken and everything, because I'm probably not going to keep it once I've read it. Probably just going to give it away. But I am really excited. I might actually read it around Christmas time. Who knows? So the next 4 books that I'm going to show that I bought myself are actually Danish books by Danish authors. I don't know what I'm doing, but I want to read more Danish authors. And this one I also found secondhand. This is a crime thriller by this. He's very famous in Denmark, and I do think that this has been translated. I just cannot remember the English title. I will link it to the English version of the book, but I have seen the movie and I do know what it's about, but now I want to read it. And this series called Afdeling Q is actually kind of big, and there is going to be a lot of movies following this particular series, and I'm just very intrigued by it. So I think if I actually like this, I might read the entire series. And the first one here, roughly translated, is The Woman in the Cage, but it's not really a cage per se. It is this thing down here that she's kept in. And I know that because I've seen the movie. So the next book here is actually a new book. It was released this year, so it has not been translated to English, not yet, and I don't know if it will be. But we have this chunker of a book by Boris Hansen, and it's called Den Usunikri, which is translated to The Invisible War. This was 100% a cover by. Or I'm not sure it was a cover by, I think it was a cover pickup, and then I read the blurb, and then I bought it. It is just over 600 pages, so that will be a chunker to add to my TBR eventually, but I'm actually really excited to get to it. And I know it's going to be a series, so maybe I'm going to check out when the next book will be released and then read this close to the release date so that if I like it, I can buy the sequel. The next 2, I'm going to talk about them together because it is the same series. And this one has been translated. I think it's one of the most popular Danish YA novels, and you may know it. But it is, let me just hold both up. It is, in Danish, it's called Skymonster, and it's by Line Kæberbøl. But I think in English it's The Shamer's Daughter. I have no idea what this is about, but there's a movie and everything, and I haven't seen it. And there is a graphic, an illustrated edition of the book and everything. So I was like, okay, I have to at least read what it's about. So this is actually a bind up. So this is the first 2 books, and this is the last 2 books. Honestly, I love these covers so much. And I'm just really, really excited to kind of figure out what this is about. Next up, I'm just gonna go through the fairy loots. There are only 3 to talk about, so let's just go through the books. The first one is After Love, which was an additional book that we got in that must have been August box. I am still not that excited about it. I feel like, or I know that it is like borderline contemporary, but with magical realism. I think that was what this was. And that is just not really something that I go for typically, but I am probably gonna read it. It won't be soon, I think. I just don't know. Next up, we have These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. I am so excited about this book. I'm probably gonna see if I can fit it on a TBR either for November or for December, but honestly, with all the books that I want to read before the end of the year, it doesn't look like I will be able to fit this, but then it will go on January's. I don't care. I just have to read it soon. Next up, we have 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. This was on my most anticipated books of 2021, and this is also one that I'm gonna attempt to read before the end of the year, but same as with These Hollow Vows, I think I will prioritize the series that I'm currently reading simply because that makes more sense to me. Then I have 4 books that I bought from Fairy Loot but are not a part of the Fairy Loot subscription box, so let me just go through them. The first 3 are a series, and I'm gonna talk about them together. So it is the From Blood and Ash collectibles or series special edition books. They are by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I think we all know this series, and honestly these editions are so gorgeous. These books are just so stunning. I haven't read the series, so it was kind of like, maybe it's kind of a risk to buy this expensive set, but honestly, they were so pretty and I couldn't help myself. So we've got From Blood and Ash, we've got A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, and we've got The Crown of Gilded Bones. And I think they're also gonna make the rest of the series, however long it might end up being. But I am really excited to get to this. This is also a priority read. The last book, I don't know why I bought it, but I did. And it honestly baffles me. I don't know why. But that is The Iron Raven by Julie Kagawa, which is from the Iron Fae series, but it is like not a spin-off, but it's like I don't know. It's in the Iron Fae, but then it's called the Evenfall series. I haven't read the Iron Fae yet. I do own all 4 books. I just haven't read it yet, so I honestly don't know if I like it, and then I keep apparently buying books for that series. I've got issues, but we knew that already. Let's just move on, shall we? Now we have all of my gifted books, and honestly, I didn't know I had that many gifted books. This is a mixture of birthday presents from my aunt, birthday presents from my friends, and then just a random present from Caitlin. Then I have like a big stack of books that my boyfriend got me for our 3-year anniversary, and let me just start off with the books that I got from Caitlin recently, and she spoils me. She's so sweet. The first one was Blade of Secrets by Tricia Levenseller. I don't know what this is about. It was on my list of books that I really wanted. I don't remember what it was about. Kind of don't want to know because I want to go into it blind, as I normally do with books. I prefer not knowing, but it looks really awesome and I'm so happy that I got it. Then she got me another Tricia Levenseller book, and this is Warrior of the Wild. Again, I do not know what this is about, but I'm hoping that it's Vikings. It gives me Viking vibes, and honestly, I'm here for it. I am so excited to get to them. I'm honestly so excited. She also gifted me Daughter of Sparta, which is by Claire M. Andrews, and both this one and Blade of Secrets were on my Amazon wishlist, and I don't know if she found them there or if she just wanted to gift me these, because I think she bought it from the American Amazon and I have my wishlist on the UK one, so I don't actually think she bought it through my wishlist, so I don't know if she knew, but if she didn't, that is just so cool. But also if she did, she is just the best and she is just so sweet. I don't know what this is about, but I'm guessing it has something to do with Greek mythology, or at least just the ancient Greece. Now I want to go through the books that I got from my boyfriend. First, we have A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. I want to know what the hype is, and also they look so cool. I've actually been intrigued by these ever since I saw them like the first time, and then I don't know why I didn't pick them up. I think there were other stuff that intrigued me more, and now I just got it. I'm so excited to actually get to read it. It's not as long as I thought it was, but that is just a good thing. That is always a good thing. Next up, we have Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin. I got this one and A Curse So Dark and Lonely and the next one in like one go, and then we went shopping and then I got the rest in another go. But I'm really excited to get to this. I've heard very, very mixed reviews when it comes to this book, but I don't know. I think I'll like it. Then we also have Three Dark Crowns by Kendara Blake. I have been back and forth with this book, if I wanted it or if I didn't, but I keep seeing things about these 3 different. Are they princesses or are they actually queens? There are queens. And I know one of them has something to do with poison, and I don't know why, but I want to know. I want to know more about that queen. I don't know why, but that is the one that intrigues me the most and why I ended up buying or getting the book. Next up, I decided to get it. I do kind of wish now that I've gotten, or that I would have bought the hardback, but that is just because I saw the hardback cover for the sequel, and that was stunning. I have this, and I'm probably not gonna buy the hardbacks. It is a chunker. It is very big, and yes. But I'm actually really excited to get to it now. I won't be getting to it this year. I can say that with 100% certainty, but I am excited nonetheless. Then I actually got a middle grade, and I've heard great things about this, but I cannot tell you a damn thing about it. But it is Inkheart by Cornelia Funke? I don't know what this is about, like, at all. I have heard great things about it. I think it was from Gavin. It must have been Gavin over at How to Train Your Gavin. I think he talked about this and I was instantly intrigued, and honestly also the cover. Then we get into a little graphic novel section, actually, because I have gotten 5 graphic novels from our little shopping trip that we had. First up, we do have Deadly Class Volume 1 by, I don't remember the name, but the last name is Remender. Rick Remender and Wes Craig. I cannot tell you a damn thing. I've seen it around, or I think I've seen it around, and it looked interesting. I don't know. I just thought that it looked awesome and kind of looked like something I wanted to at least try. So that is what I am doing. This is just me attempting to read a bunch of graphic novels. So honestly, if you have any graphic novel recommendations for me, you know, send them my way. Same with manga. Jem, I'm looking at you. Give me recommendations, please. Next up, we have Snot Girl. I have seen someone read this, I think. And I don't know why, but I just think that the character looked really pretty. I have no idea what it's about, like, at all. So I'm kind of excited to figure that out because I couldn't tell you what it's about. Next up, I have a sequel because I have actually, I do have 2 graphic novels that I had before my shopping trip. So I got the sequel to Monstrous. This is volume 2 called The Blood. I didn't look into what is gonna happen because obviously I don't want to know what is gonna happen. I never read the summary or blurbs or anything for sequels. All I know is that I was so intrigued by the first one that I just want to continue, and I kind of want to continue soon. So if I got some big books on my TBR for next month, I might just, you know, add a graphic novel or 2 so that I can manage. Next up, we have Pretty Deadly by, oh my god, by Kelly Sue DeConnick. It gives me Western vibe, but it also gives me like zombie apocalypse survival vibe, but I don't know what it's about. This is probably the one that I'm most excited for, but I couldn't tell you why. And finally, I have Mercy by Mirka Andolfo. I do think that this is actually a bind up of the first 3 volumes, but I am not 100% sure. But I do think that that is what this is. And again, I do not know what this is about, but it gives me like Victorian murder vibes for some reason. But I am really excited, honestly, really excited to get to this. I think this one and Pretty Deadly are the ones that I'm most excited for. And now I want to show you my birthday present from my best friend, and that is Realmbreaker by Victoria Aveyard. And honestly, I am so excited. But can we just take a moment to appreciate the map in this? Like, how is this, like, it is so pretty and so detailed. Honestly, I can sit and look at this for hours. It is so pretty. And the final 6 books, oh my god, I feel like I've been here for ages. The final 6 books are my birthday present from my aunt. She got me the box set for the 100. So we have the 100 Day 21, the 100 Homecoming, and the 100 Rebellion. I have already read the 100 and Day 21, but I never really continued with the series. But I'm actually really excited to go back into the series, and it's not that long, and if I remember correctly, the font is like very easy to read and kind of big. So I do think that I will be able to go through these rather quickly, but I am really excited to actually get to finish this series. Then she also gifted me Go the Distance, which is a twisted tale, and it is by Jen Kalanita. This one follows, well, Hercules, and the question that this one asks is, what if Meg had to become a Greek god? And honestly, I am so excited for this. We're at the last book for this haul. Oh my god, I'm so excited. The last book in this haul is actually Ariadne by Jennifer Saint. I am really excited to get to read this, actually. When I read Circe, I really enjoyed Ariadne's character and the story about her. So when I heard that there was going to be a book that would be following Ariadne, I was like, okay, sign me up, I'm here for it. And then my aunt, my lovely, amazing aunt, she gifted this to me and I am so happy. That was it for my haul. I need to go get some coffee because I am so tired right now. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment telling me which of these books you're most excited about, if there are any. If you like this video, please hit the like icon, and if you want to see more of my bookish content, then please hit subscribe. And if you want to get notified every single time I post, then you can hit that little bell icon. That would just mean the world to me. And until I see you next time, bye!